Good morning, neighbors. What are the Nine Noble Virtues? How are they a lie and problematic? Why should you be concerned? If you're new to Norse paganism or just curious about it, if you just care for some wisdom, but especially if you follow the Nine Noble Virtues, stick around. The latter's not gonna like it. Let me start this with something from Volsunga Saga. Never swear false oaths. Great and grim is the result of breaking troth. Troth is defined as faith or loyalty when pledged in a solemn agreement. Basically, that wisdom from Volsunga Saga says don't make promises you can't keep. It never turns out well. In my opinion, these virtues are not bad at face value. Many of these are part of my personal philosophy. What if I told you this was a very early form of red pilling? Romantic, aren't they? High masculinity, but their origin is predatory in nature. I choose to use them for good, for my kith and kindred, to bring back the concept, because that's what they are. It's philosophy, not rules. And it's also my opinion that if you base your commitments, oaths, or promises to your kindred, ancestors, or the gods, you're lying. You already failed. In 1974, John Yowell and John Bailey got together to create these. Have you ever heard of Oswald Mosley, British leader of the Union of Fascists and National Socialists? Yowell was a part of that. Yowell and Bailey would codify this while they were members of the Odinic Rite. Not much later, Stephen McNallen of the AFA or Asatru Folk Assembly would also codify a similar set. Some argue that Edward Thorson of the Odinic Rite was the originator. Not one of those origins are good. I mentioned all three because everyone argues over it. Regardless, these were perceived values of those individuals that they gained from the Havamal and the Poetic Edda. And many don't realize that Stephen Flowers, another problem child, tried to coin his own as well, and he called it the sixfold goal. And I'm not sure who coined the Assyrian Code of Nine, but that's a thing too. I often think as concepts or philosophy as ships we sail through life on. These ships are just anchored to fascism, often flying the flag or sails of the Third Reich. So be careful what ship you sail on. Because someone like David Lane, a big old problem child, why we have the dog whistle of 1488, well, when he was put into the prison system, he hoisted those colors on his ship. And it was through the prison system that many would get on board. Let me preface what I'm about to say with, not all Asatru are bad. Not all those that venerate specifically Odin are bad either. But I find the majority of our problems are coming out of the prison system. David Lane may be long for this world, but there's new captains on the same ship. And on that ship's sails are the Nine Noble Virtues. Bringing new Norse pagans in, yes, but from a very particular whites-only perspective. A lie. A lie created to control your perspective, not expand it, not guide it. In my opinion, the Nine Noble Virtues are not based on wisdom. They're based on manipulation. Not based on guidance to get through the hoops of life. It's guidance on how to jump through hoops for somebody else. Disintegrating the very concept of truth the second the words are uttered or given in your head. Man-made and from the modern age. They are not a dog whistle, no. But I use them as a warning. One I am passing on to all of you. So if you wish your ship to join the fleet of fascism, by all means. But you're not welcome at my table. Nor are you welcome in my neighborhood. I enjoy freedom and not manipulation. I enjoy frith or peace, but not with these people, because we cannot have frith with fascists. It's very hard to have constructive conversations with people that follow the Nine Noble Virtues. They won't listen because their manipulators don't want them listening. I don't judge anyone that's been in the prison system, nor anyone mentored that has come out and has continued this fleet going, but I know lies when I hear them, and I know that flag when I see it. In closing, the Nine Noble Virtues are man-made in the modern age, meant to control and force a perspective. When I say we need to take off the lenses of the modern age, or American lenses, this is just another false lens, taking the wisdom of our ancestors and twisting it. And if anyone is big mad about what I just said, I would like you to remember something from the Foster Brothers saga. Often it is that anger is blind to the truth. Odd that somebody made you angry at so many people all of the time, isn't it? Our thoughts are meant to be our own, not someone else's. And if anyone wants to get off a ship flying that flag, I am happy to help. But first, you gotta take off those lenses and learn to listen and think for yourself. Gothi are meant to be your counselors and educators, not your puppet masters. May you cut your strings, Until next time, neighbors. Acha cha cha.